Okay, everyone wants to know what the heck is going on with WTO. Should I buy it? And I'm just gonna admit, I'm very, very cognizant. If a candle or if a stock does something like this, there's something just terribly wrong. And to me, it's kind of like, you're trying to like randomly shoot for something and hope for the best on this. I've seen many times where it does this and it keeps going down. So yes, today you guys made massive money. So, I mean, I cannot say anything about that. If you look at the 5 minute chart here, what I have been noticing about this, every time you get close to the lower band is where you get these massive pumps here. And because price has to come back to the EMA 20 when there's massive time distance of not touching it, what happens is, like, look at this massive EMA 20 when it started going in. Unfortunately, a lot of people got in early. I like to buy towards the end of the day if something like this happens. Let all this die out. Let it kind of consolidate some more, or just lesser big volume candles. And look at this massive pump you had. I mean, you can't ignore this. Like, a lot of people, obviously you probably didn't put big money into this, but here's a 60%, 61% pump from this area. Very massive gain. And then right when the bell opens, we had right here near the lower band, getting very close. Didn't quite touch it, but if you took it from here, again, you're looking at a 154%. I mean, I stand corrected, right? Obviously, there's money to be made. That really depends on your entries. If you guys got a really good entry, sure. But I will say this, for the ones that did not take these entries here, or even here, you really did miss out on a lot here, because this thing was going to plummet back down. When it hits the 5 minute, it's got to revert to the mean, is what we did here. Can it keep going up and bounce up? Sure. But like I said, a lot of the times, this right here is going to attract a lot of people. I mean, no doubt. I haven't seen a minus 96% stock in a very, very long time. So I could see why a lot of people think maybe, a dead cat bounce from this. It looks really small, 6% on the day that it's up. But I just showed you on the intraday time frame, this thing made 150% from the lows today, 60% from that last 5 minutes. So this thing has made a lot of people money. I honestly, it's just a really hard one to trade. I mean, if you make good money, that's awesome. But this is the only thing I was looking at. I was telling people, if you really wanted to get in it, obviously don't put big money in it. This is just something, it's a speculative play. It's way under 10 cents. It was $2. There's when a candle drops that big, it's something like, no, this needs to be delisted. It needs to be to the OTC realm and all that. And so what this is a very dead cat bounce that gave you a very nice return from here and then from here. So we know, first things first, this thing had almost a billion volume, 950 million volume. That's very close. This candle dropped with 574. We have a very small green candle with almost double the volume it had. So yeah, it's just some things to keep in mind here. But would I swing trade this? No. I stick to my guns on this. If you're going to trade this, day trade it. I will look at the 5 minute. And that's the best thing to do. You see how it plummets down here, and then the EMA 20 is where it reverts back. I mean, I'm not saying these are massive gains, but let's just say you take it from here and here, you're looking at a 20%, range, just from these little things. This thing can make, pretty good money. But, it depends on your risk tolerance in here. A lot of people think, this thing's going to go to 50 cents, a dollar, back to a dollar. I think it's very unlikely. I think this is really just a perfect, candidate for a dead cat bounce, where minus 96%, a lot of people probably bought in the 70 cent, 30 cent, 20 cent, 10 cent. I mean, who the heck knows? I mean, I'm sure a lot of retail traders. I just don't really have the FOMO getting into this. I stand corrected. I made a last video. I said, we need to wait a couple daily candles if you're swing trading. But if you're day trading, sure. If you want to take this, take the shot at it, have a nice 20% stop loss, however you want to do it, and write it up how I suggested it. If you guys are looking at this strategy, this is the band strategy. When price gets close to the ATR4, that becomes more of a buy signal. You're looking at daily candles. If it gets to the upper band, that's a sell signal. So oftentimes what we're trying to do is reversions to the mean with this strategy. Every time you see it get close here, look where it plummets to the 5, the 10, and the 20. It doesn't have to work at the time frame you want it to do. When I'm looking at this thing last time, Look at this big candle here. So you can kind of see, obviously, we're down 96%, but this is what I was worried about. You get this big candle here, and guess what happens? You get another big candle down. You get another big candle down. So if you add these up, this is about a 90, 60, 30, 40, big moves here, and you get another candle and another candle. So it's, congrats to the ones that just freaking sniped WTO. You guys made very nice returns. If you didn't snipe it, I'm sure a lot of people are hurting on it, or I'm sure a lot of people started buying it when it started pumping up. So I stand to my conclusions. If you're swing trading it, you need to wait about 7 daily candles. That way the sellers die out. You see what the heck is going on with this company. You never just want to just here's throw my money, and I see it down 96%. It has to go up. I wouldn't use that reason alone. I would use the 5-minute channel and look for the reversion to the mean. And as you can see, we went from 5 cents all the way up to 13 cents, way up in here, made a very nice gain. I would have probably just scaled it out of here on the EMA 20 and could have made nice returns here. This was one of the best ones right here, 60% return from the 5 cent to the EMA 20. Because you got to realize is, on a shorter term time frame, you are going to hit this EMA 20. And a lot of the times when I see price get closer, it doesn't mean you just randomly buy. A lot of the times when I see price get really close to the ATR4, I'd be like, okay, this is a buy area. As here, I would have totally bought, if I wanted to. It's not my type of style. I would have bought here and here if I wanted to take a gamble. This is probably the most gamble play you can think of. I mean, if we're going to be honest. But that's the most strategic way I would trade this. Okay, I hope you guys, I stand corrected. Like I said, I admit when I was wrong. This, it pumped 150%. I showed you guys from the lows, so congrats whoever took that. That's just awesome. I love it when retail traders win. Just be cautious. Take your gains. Don't be a hero and think this can keep going up and up and up. Because what happens is you could have had it at 13 cents, and now it's back to 8. And so then you have to hope it goes back up here. Take the gains as it gives. This is a penny stock. There's a reason why it dropped that much. It's definitely not good news. It's probably going to get OTC'd here very soon. In my honest opinion, this is very abnormal. I have not seen this in a very long time. So I would be very careful and trade it how I showed you how I would, the 5-minute EMA 20 time distance, and shoot it up from there. All right, guys, if you guys like this video, get a like, subscribe, comment. I'm going to post my Discord if you guys want to join. I post my Discord, I post my entries, I post my exits. It's a very nice strategy. What I try to look for is exactly what I showed you, but a daily candle that is touching the ATR4, or we had some time distance, and we're looking for that reversion to the mean, which is the 5, the 10, and the 20. And that's really all we're trying to do, because that's the only thing I can guarantee you will happen. We're just trying to find out when it happens, and it's a very safer bet, and it's less, less gambling where you're just trying to buy a falling knife and hope for the best. Yes, you can win. I'm not saying you can't, but with this strategy, there's more of a system and more that comes to it. So join the Discord. It's very affordable. If you click the link down below in the YouTube comments and description, it'll take you to this Discord. Hit the server shop in the top left, and you can see the 2 memberships I offer. $12 a month. You get access to all my subscriptions over here. You get entries and exits sent to your phone. You get my RTK journal. If you want to know what trades I'm in, day trade alerts, swing trade alerts. I've even been doing futures if you guys want to see those. And yeah, I think it's really awesome. I think you guys are going to love it. And it's only $12 a month if you subscribe on your computer. If you do it on your phone, it'll charge you a little more. And I have no doubt you guys are going to learn a lot. The purpose of this strategy is to get rid of the FOMO, get rid of the chasing, and just stick to a conservative, boring strat that will keep you in the market, and you just compound your gains over and over again. Yeah, that's my analysis on WTO. We'll see what happens on it tomorrow. See if it does play out how I think it does. I think it, in my opinion, I think it does keep continuing down, but who the heck knows at this point. If I did trade it, it would be the 5-minute lower band touch, because that's when the sellers kind of get exhausted and you get at least a reversion to the mean. And then if you just want to trail and stop it all the way up, that's your prerogative. And look at that massive gain you would have got. Of course you would have got stop loss eventually, but you would have still made very nice gains up in here. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you do decide to join the Discord. I just wanted to, do my little recap on WTO and just do a little analysis. Didn't expect that big move up, so I just want to say congrats. I was wrong about it, and but yeah, just not my type of style, guys. So I'll see you guys in the Discord. If you guys want to see all my alerts, you're more than welcome. It's all in there, and you'll see all my entries and exits and all that, my stock picks that I like that are more conservative type of plays. All right, guys, see you in the next video.